gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle Show. This open.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Off the play fake. Chavez. They'll roll him out right. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Lions will take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mark 54. Watch the run.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
21.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Chavez throwing on 3rd and long. Airing this one out for Evans. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
The first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, 70. Right there.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Everyone got four down.
2nd and 5. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Chavez to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Under 10, 10.
Falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Lady. Check, 54. Right 54. Revert.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford is complete to Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Stafford on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Complete to Kenny Golladay. 21 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 45 to Mike. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Chavez to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Chavez under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Chavez. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Chavez operating from the gun. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing to Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
32. 45 double right. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, 22.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Hey, echo.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
50-50. Double right. Hey, Charlie. General West.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey.
Go.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
36. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. 280. Hey, 22. 32.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Second and 10 now from the 27.
45, Mike, 45.
To throw again. Stafford looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 29, Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Set, 280, 22.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine.
Hey, seam 6. 45.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's Chavez off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Yeah, we don't want none.
Mike 40,
Chavez now to throw on 2nd down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
180. Mike 45.
Not today, you know. Not today.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm here all day.
And middle.
Check Mike 45. Go.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
45.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Running from the gun, Johnson. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
White.
Throwing again. Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Forced out to his left, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Chavez to throw on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Set, hut. Touchdown. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.